Hey. Wagwan, what y'all deal with? So we're going to be going over a lot of different things as far as helping you with different techniques with breastfeeding. So that means that if you are having issues with the latch, if you're having issues with milk supply and different things like that, also just going over the anatomy of the breast. Is your boobs on fire? You know that baby making your titties hurt. So the Mothership is an institution of womb wellness. We basically are an institution that helps people to be able to get information as it relates to different stuff that women are not usually taught. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not usually given information as it relates to our bodies. We might be given basic information, but as it relates to what does it look like, you know, to have healing techniques for our wombs, for our bodies, to have successful pregnancies where we can have natural births and everything like that. So that is what we do basically as the Mothership Institute of Womb Wellness. We also want to be able to help provide this education for the families as well. A lot of people, as far as men, women, children, you know, are not taught about pregnancy and the process of that, also the process of breastfeeding. And a lot of people aren't taught about what comes after, because how many times do we know of like women who go through postpartum and, you know, their man don't know what's going on and he's just kind of confused, like, she flipping out, I don't know what's going on. So we're an educational institution. We really want to enhance and empower and uplift the well-being of the woman, because we feel like if we can help to heal the woman, then inadvertently she can be able to help heal her family. She can bring her family into the community. And we provide a number of different things. So lactation consulting, we also do childbirth education, we do doula training, because we also want to have other doulas. We want to have as many other doulas to be able to do natural birthing and help women to have natural births or whatever type of birth that they want to have. So we are interested in being able to strengthen the community in that way. And we also just want to have different things for the community. It's very important for us to be able to build up the community and really just kind of be that hub, that cultural hub for our community. So I am Empress Eshe. I do a number of different things, but I always say the most important thing that I do is being a wife and a mother, because everything that I do is motivated by that. Like, that's the absolute base of why I do everything that I do. I've been studying women's health, women's healing, everything to do with the birth tradition from the beginning. When my mama started studying all of that stuff, I was right there. So being able to having that, that experience and everything, I also am a birth doula and a midwife assistant. So I've been on several different home births and hospital births and different stuff like that. And I'm also a lactation consultant. Also, I'm a music artist and I'm a social commentator. So I also have my own podcast and everything as well. So going into getting started here, there's a lot of important reasons for breastfeeding, but I'm sure that if you already have children, you've probably heard all of the different reasons that people are saying you should breastfeed, and probably some of the reasons people say you shouldn't too. One of the biggest reasons, of course, people say like, oh man, it's going to be so amazing and everything. It's going to be so much healthier for your baby. But also, there might be some people that be like, yeah, but it's going to make your titties saggy and stuff like that too. You're going to have to be up all night and all of the, you know what I'm saying? So you probably heard the good and the bad. I'm sure you probably have heard everything. And you probably heard it more than once if you have more than one baby. And all of that stuff is true. That can definitely happen in the course of breastfeeding. You can be tired, have milk stains on your shirt and not know it, be walking around and you got milk dripping out your boob and you don't even know it. So but there are definitely some benefits for breastfeeding. I mean, they're not just to benefit the baby, they also benefit the mother. So breastfeeding can lower the risk of breast cancer. It can lower the risk of ovarian and uterine cancer also. So it reduces the risk of diabetes and high blood pressure. Also, the snatchback, okay? Because breastfeeding can definitely make it to where those pounds just kind of go off. You Really, it helps to kind of burn that fat and everything, and we're going to kind of go into actually like why that's the case, but it's a real thing. It's not a myth. It can help improve your own bone density and everything and protect against osteoporosis also. Like after you have the baby and your uterus is still shrinking back to its normal size, it can kind of help you have better healing after you have the baby as well. And it can reduce the amount of postpartum bleeding that you have. Because some people might bleed for a long period of time after they have the baby, but breastfeeding can actually help to reduce it. And then, you know what I'm saying, so you don't have so much iron deficiency. Of course, anytime that you're bleeding, then you might have anemia and iron deficiency and everything, but this can help to reduce that. And then, of course, the biggest one is just bonding with your baby, because, you know, babies love to be that close to you, and, you know, they eventually become more attached to you, you know. That's some of the reasons as it relates to the mom of why it's a benefit. Go ahead and leave my social media information right here like I always do. But in the meantime, in between time,